my 15th birthday was about 6 months ago, which means I've now existed on this planet for over a decade and a half, which is really, really weird to think about. In that time, I have learned how to walk, how to talk, how to swim, how to make friends, how to write my name in print and in cursive. And I've also learned how to map out exit signs when I go to school. And I've learned how when I go to church, there are certain doors that can lead to corridors where there aren't any windows. And if I lock the door from the inside, they can't get me. And I've learned those things in every place I go to. I know that if I stand here, there are all these signs and all these ways to get out. And I know if I get into the bathroom, I can lock it from the inside, and they can't get in. And if I run far enough, they can't hurt. But I shouldn't run through the street, because then I can get run over. So if I hide in the bushes, maybe they wouldn't be able to see me. Or if I hide behind those cars, maybe they wouldn't be able to see me. And that's not a normal thing to have to know before I can drive.
You know, we're kidding ourselves if we think the danger isn't out there every day at all of our schools. You know, what happened in Uvalde can happen here, and it's already happening here in the hearts of our kids. They are suffering already, as us parents are, with our fears. It's already taken us over. And you look at the ridiculous lengths we're going to try to make the schools safe, which aren't going to work and don't work, when we're not really looking at the prevalence of these weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, if somebody has a pistol, they can shoot a couple of rounds, but if they've got an AR-15, the damage is unspeakable. And these are the things that we've got to face up to. You know, my heart is out to you guys, you know, who every day are going to school and knowing you're vulnerable.
Like, we can't be safe anywhere at this point, outside of our homes. And it's really just screwed up that nothing is changing, and we're always talking about this needs to stop, this needs to stop. We've been saying that since Columbine. Probably since before that, but that's when it really became big, that there was this need to stop this issue. And it only happens here, and yet nothing is done about it. And I just think it's really screwed up that we keep like electing people that are like getting funded by the NRA. Like, of course they're not going to vote for gun restrictions if all of their money is coming from the big gun organization.
People who are doing this aren't making that possible. They're taking away kids' happiness and will to learn. And I feel deeply for the families whose kids had to go through this. And I just wish people wouldn't do this to our community, no matter the state or the city or the continent or the country. All I wish was that this wouldn't even happen in the first place.
And we cannot normalize this. This cannot be a thing that happens and happens and happens. And oh, what school shooting are you talking about? The one from 3 years ago, or the one from 5 years ago, or the one from 10 years ago? Because that is where we are. And I would like to say that I can trust the people in power to fix that, and I honestly can't. I can't trust the people in power, because if they could have fixed it, and they didn't, because they haven't. So when are they going to? I'm going to be a high schooler for like, what, 2 more years come fall? And then I'm gone. And then I have university to think about, and the rest of life to have mass shootings happen to me or happen to someone I love. But what about the first graders? What about the kindergartners who are just now starting their education and now get to learn the great American childhood skill of learning the exit signs? I hope that by the time we all become adults, we can help kids not have to learn those things, because apparently the adults in power can't do that, and they can't keep us safe. And that is one thing I learned over and over, time after time, shooting after shooting, is that the adults in power are somehow allergic to keeping us safe.
I just think that, like, I'm turning 18 next year. I really hope that my vote will count. I really hope that the other young people here, their vote will count when they become of age, and everyone else here, that our vote will help maybe make some change soon. Or if we can't maybe make change with our voting, then maybe some of us will be able to rise up and kind of become those people instead of the ones who refuse to make any change. We go become the congressmen or the state legislators or anything like that, just trying to help in some way.